Hello everyone and welcome to MasterExcelNow. Today we are going to see copy and paste, select the data, make a copy of it and place it to a new location. In this process, the copy data is moved to a temporary location called clipboard, and when you paste it, it is called from that clipboard to the place where you want to paste. So let's try a simple copy and paste. Your copy options are available on the Home tab under the clipboard group right here. So I will select my data that I need to copy. Click here on copy or press Ctrl C, which is the keyboard shortcut. Place it here. So I'll select my cell E2. Click on the paste button or press Ctrl V on my keyboard. So the data is copied. The copy can be edited. So if I go ahead and say M as the middle name and give it a space, so it is editable. The next scenario we have is where I want to make a copy and I want to probably share it with my team members, my boss, my reportees, but I don't want them to edit it. So in that case, I can use copy as an image. What I'll do is I will select my data and click the small drop down button here and click copy as picture. And I have a few options here. The first option reads as shown on screen. So I'm going to use it and the format being the picture. You can use a bitmap also. They don't have much of a difference when you see on a viewing scale. They have a difference on the way they are stored. So I'm going to use a picture right now and click OK. Then I'm going to select my location and click paste. Let's try it with the other function. So I'm going to do a copy again from the drop down, copy as picture. This time I'm going to use as shown when printed and click OK. Then I will go ahead, select the location and click paste. Now here, if I bring them together, you would see there is a slight formatting difference. The cell spacing has moved a little up. So this is the difference between copying as an image as shown on screen or as a print preview. Both of these images are not editable. So if I double click, nothing will happen. It will open up the picture tools. However, if I make changes to the original, even those will not be reflected. So if I add a middle name to Alex here, nothing happens. But what if I want to make the change reflect into the image? Here is a quick answer. So let me undo the change and I am going to make another copy, bring it here. So let's go ahead and again make a copy, right? And this time I've not used the drop down. I've just done a simple copy. The magic of that lies in pasting the data. So I select the location, click the drop down on paste, and here it says linked picture. So once I click it, so this is again a picture. So if I double click it, it gives me nothing. You can't edit it, right? But now if I go and say Alex M. Johnson, the moment I hit enter, the image is changed. So it's a relationship between the image and the original database. Any changes done to the original database will reflect into the image. So the next example is I have some text. Some of them is bold, and I have here the numbers coming from a formula. So when I copy this data and I want to take the format from the numbers and I want to change all the bold characters to the normal one. Once I've copied my data, I go here and I'll click on the drop downs from the paste. And here, if you see, it says value and number formatting. So the moment I click it, now you can see Alex Johnson has gone to normal text. The bold is gone. Robert Brown has gone. And Michael Smith is also gone. So it has taken the format from the number column and pasted it to the text. In this one, my text has borders, and for whatever reason, I don't want it to copy this data with borders. So all I need to do is copy this data after selecting my range, choose a location. And again, I will click on the drop down here. And this option which says no borders, I'm going to use this. Let me adjust the text for you and fix the row height. Okay. Now you see the borders have gone from the text. So in this case, I have two data sets. I have data set with three values mentioned here, and I have a data set which has all the values mentioned here. Now this value is an update on this. So what I can do is I can manually go ahead and say Alex Johnson to 88, and then I'll go here for Emily Davis and say 102, and here at the end for Daniel White I can say 95. However, all of these changes are done manually, and if the database is too big, it will be a very big problem for us to do manually. So let me undo these changes. What we need to do is simply copy the selection area, go to the specified location where I want the data to be updated. Then I go ahead, click the drop down, click Paste Special, and say skip blanks and values. So I want the values to be updated and I want to skip the blanks and click OK. Now if you see, the changes are done. So here I have some data wherein these were the calls that were done, and we have to add 15 calls to each of these agents. So there was a downtime because of which these guys could not take the calls, and hence they are compensated 15 calls each individual. Now I can do is I can make changes manually to this data by saying 65, 75, and so on. Or the smarter way is I will go here and click copy. Then I'll select my data, click here, go to the drop down from paste and go to paste special. Now in the operations segment, I would say add and say values here in the paste and click OK. Now you see the numbers have changed. Each of them has a plus 15 here. Let's take a simpler example. Let's say all of these had 10 calls. So all of them have had 10. And instead of add, I say multiply. So same thing, we're going to select the number and say copy. Then I'm going to select my range where I need to multiply this data. Go to the drop down, click paste special. From the operations, I will use multiply and choose paste as value and click OK. Now you see all of them are now at 150 calls. So in total, you see that copy and paste is not as simple as it sounds. It has a lot more options that can be utilized, but are either not utilized or not, taken seriously, I would say. So this is all about copy and paste. Please do leave me your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.